I got a text during dinner with my family. It said, "Get up and leave. Don't say anything to your parents." And the terrifying part, I listened. I stood up from the table, walked upstairs, and locked the bathroom door, hand shaken. That's when I called back the number. It was my sister's ex. His voice was low, urgent. "Don't drink the juice," he whispered. "They're trying to get into your phone, your bank, everything." I looked down at the untouched glass in my hand. It was cranberry just like always, only this time, it could have cost me everything. I hadn't seen my family in almost 4 months. No birthdays, no calls, just silence. And then out of nowhere, I got an invitation. Dinner at home, just the five of us. "Hope you'll come," that was it. No context, no apologies. Just dinner. Something in me, I wanted to believe it was peace, a truce, a restart. So I said yes. When I pulled into the driveway, it felt almost fake. The porch lights were on. My dad's truck was in the usual spot. Through the window, I saw movement in the kitchen, like nothing ever happened. But I knew better. I stepped inside, and my mom called out immediately, cheerful like a sitcom mom. "We're just about to eat. Come on in." The dining room looked normal, too normal, plate set, chicken, green beans, potatoes, and at my seat, my glass, cranberry juice, my childhood favorite. My dad stood up when I walked in, then hesitated mid-motion, unsure whether we were hugging or not. We ended up doing that awkward nod-hug hybrid. You know the one. Madison was already at the table, scrolling her phone like she couldn't care less. She barely looked up. Classic. I sat down. The glass was right in front of me. Full, dark red, no ice, just like always. "You still like cranberry, right?" my mom asked with a half smile. I nodded. Sure. Truth is, I hadn't touched the stuff in over a year. Not since the last time they used it to pressure me into something. But whatever. I was here to keep the peace. We started eating. Conversation was light, forced, but light. "How's work still in your old apartment?" "Traffic's been awful lately, huh?" I answered politely, smiled when expected, even chuckled when Madison told some dumb story about a coworker getting stuck in a revolving door. I knew how to play the part, the quiet one, the reliable one, the sister who never caused problems. And then my phone buzzed. I checked it under the table. Unknown number, just one text, no emoji, no name, just 3 sentences. "Get up, leave now, don't say anything to your parents." I froze. The room kept moving, my mom nodding along to my dad's rant about highway construction, Madison poking her fork at the green beans. But me, my whole body locked up. Who sent this? Was it a joke, a prank? No, I don't know how I knew, but I knew it wasn't. My heart started pounding. I pushed my chair back slowly. "I'll be right back," I said. "Just need the bathroom." Nobody questioned it. Nobody looked up, just like always. I walked upstairs with the glass still untouched. And for the first time in years, I felt like something was truly deeply wrong. The upstairs bathroom was always my refuge. I locked the door, sat on the edge of the tub, and stared at my phone. One message, no sender ID, no clue. Except there was a clue. The wording, the punctuation, so precise, no fluff, no smiley face or hey, just calm urgency. I took a breath and hit call. It rang once, then Rachel, the voice whispered. I blinked. Mark. It was him, Madison's ex, or maybe still her boyfriend. I'd lost track months ago. They were always on again, off again, and frankly, exhausting. "What the hell is going on?" I asked. "You're still there." His voice was hushed but sharp. "You need to leave. Just get up. Walk out. Don't drink anything." My eyes dropped to the glass of cranberry juice I had unknowingly brought upstairs with me. Still full, still untouched. Why, I asked, my voice cracking. He hesitated. "Because I think they put something in it. Alcohol, maybe, or something stronger." My stomach turned. "I haven't had anything yet," I said quickly. "Good," he breathed. "I don't understand. Why now?" A pause. "They're trying to unlock your phone," he said. "They want access. To your bank, your fingerprints on file, it's all they need." Silence. I couldn't speak, couldn't think. All I could do was picture them, sitting downstairs, laughing, eating, pretending, then planning to drug me, to steal from me. "Why are you telling me this?" I finally asked. "You used to side with them. You were one of them." Mark exhaled shaky. "Not anymore. I didn't know how far they'd take it. But Madison, she told me things about the money, about what you owed. I don't owe anyone anything, I snapped. I know, he said. That's why I'm calling. My hand was shaking. The phone felt like it might fall. Mark, are you sure he didn't answer that? He just said, don't let them near your phone, and whatever you do, don't drink the juice. Then he hung up. I sat there completely still. The tile under me felt cold, my knees locked, my chest tight. They were going to do it. They were really going to do it. And the worst part, they probably didn't even think it was wrong. That's when a thought hit me. They thought I was predictable, obedient, the same big sister who always gave in. Maybe it was time to stop playing that part. I looked at the glass one more time, then smiled. It was showtime. I rinsed my face with cold water, looked at myself in the mirror. I didn't look scared, but I was. Not panic scared, strategic scared. There's a difference. I opened the medicine cabinet and pulled out the tiny Bluetooth mic I sometimes use for voice notes when coding. I hadn't touched it in months, but it still worked. Synced it to my phone, hit record, no lights, no sound, no blinking red dots, just quiet, clean background capture. If they wanted to turn this into a game, I'd be the one keeping score. I walked back downstairs, smiled, held the cranberry juice casually in one hand, like nothing had happened. Madison was mid-sentence about some friend's engagement drama. My dad was buttering another piece of bread. My mom was wiping a spot off the table like it mattered more than me. I slid back into my seat, took a slow breath. Sorry, I said. Thought I was going to be sick for a sec. My mom looked up instantly concerned. You okay, sweetie? Her voice was so soft, so warm, like a wolf in a Sunday dress. Yeah, probably just too much coffee today. I glanced at the juice, let it hover near my lips, tilted it slightly, then stopped. Wait, I said suddenly. Was that someone pulling into the driveway? All three of them turned at once. I took the opportunity, slid the glass beneath the table and tilted it, let half of it soak into the beige carpet. Just enough to make it look like I drank it. I leaned back, relaxed my body, let my arms go heavy, and whispered, I feel weird. Mom's head snapped toward me. Weird how, just dizzy. Woozy, I said faintly. My eyelids fluttered, my breathing slowed. It wasn't a perfect performance, but I didn't need an Oscar. I just needed them to believe. Oh, honey, she said, kneeling beside me, maybe you should lie down. I think so, I murmured. They helped me to the living room couch, laid me down gently, tucked a blanket over my legs. The room went quiet. Then, is she asleep? My mom whispered. Yeah, Madison said. She's out. Silence. Then, let's do this quickly, my dad muttered. Footsteps, shuffling, then my phone being lifted from my hand. My skin tightened, my breath caught in my throat. They were really doing it. I didn't move, not even when my thumb was pressed gently onto the sensor, not when the screen unlocked with a soft buzz. I just lay there, eyes closed, heart pounding, recording everything. They didn't hesitate. The moment my phone unlocked, they moved like clockwork. Madison whispered, okay, we're in. Then tapping, soft, quick taps, like she'd rehearsed it. Bank app's open, she said. Routing number, my dad mumbled. She has it saved, Madison replied. Everything's linked, checking savings. Even investment accounts. I wanted to scream, to sit up and yell, are you serious? But I didn't. I lay still, frozen, like a body at a crime scene, while the criminals kept talking over it. How much Mom asked. Not all of it, Dad said. Just enough to settle it. Settle, what 20 Madison whispered. Or maybe 25, no, Mom said. Keep it under the wire transfer flag. Do it in two parts. Two parts, they had a plan. I felt my fingers twitch under the blanket. Okay, it's processing, Madison muttered. Wait, it's asking for a code. What code? Dad asked, irritation creeping in. Two-step verification, she replied. She must have changed it. A beat of silence, then a curse under Dad's breath. Try the backup email, Mom said, or the bank app on another device. Does she have it on her tablet? More tapping. Nope, same block, everything's locked. Another pause, longer this time. Then, Mom again, just put the phone back. And they did, just like that. No panic, no guilt, as if they hadn't just tried to rob their own daughter. My chest burned, but I kept still, let them believe the illusion, let them wrap themselves in the lie they built together. They sat back down quietly, like nothing happened. I waited 10 seconds, 20. Then slowly, I opened my eyes, let them flutter a little, blinked twice. Sorry, I mumbled, sitting up. Think I blacked out for a sec. Three faces turned toward me, all too calm, too perfectly calm. You sure you're okay? Dad asked, his voice so gentle it made my stomach turn. Yeah, I said, rubbing my forehead. I think I just need some fresh air. I picked up my phone, pretending it was just another night, pretending I didn't know what just happened, pretending I wasn't already 5 steps ahead. I'm gonna head out, I said. Got work early. They nodded, no protest, no guilt. Just drive safe. Text us when you're home. Thanks for coming. At the door, we hugged. Mom, Dad, Madison, one after the other. And that was when it hit me. This was the last time. The last fake smile, the last polite lie. After tonight, there was no going back. I drove straight to the police station. No shaking, no crying, just focus, like I was running deployment code in my head. I parked between a beat-up pickup and a school bus, took a breath, and walked in. The receptionist barely looked up. Hi, I said. I need to report a crime. She blinked. What kind of crime? I stared straight at her. They drugged me, I said, and tried to steal from me. I have the recording. Her expression changed. Slightly. She motioned for me to wait. 5 minutes later, a plainclothes officer came out and led me to a quiet room in the back. His name was Officer Green, at mid-40s, calm eyes, neutral tone. He didn't ask me why I wasn't panicking. He just said, whenever you're ready. I opened the voice memo app, hit play, and let him listen. Every word, every whisper, the glass, the fingerprint, the how much and just enough to settle it. He didn't interrupt once. When it ended, he looked at me. You do realize what they were trying to do, right? Yes, I said. They wanted my money. I showed him the attempted logins on my banking app, the timestamps, the fingerprint usage. He nodded. This is serious. I shrugged, but inside I felt like I could finally breathe. He asked if I needed to go to a hospital. I said no. Asked if I had a place to stay. Duh. I said yes. Asked if I felt safe. I do now, I said. He typed notes into an ancient computer, slow and deliberate, then looked up. We'll open a case, he said. Attempted fraud, biometric misuse, potential substance administration without consent. If this audio holds, it'll speak for itself. I nodded. Before I left, I asked him one last thing. Will they know it was me who reported them? He paused. They'll figure it out, he said, but with evidence this strong, they won't have room to deny it. That night I slept like a stone. No nightmares, no spiraling, just sleep. 2 days later, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. A text from my mom. Did you actually report your own family? Then what is wrong with you? I didn't reply. Madison left a voicemail. Her voice sounded tight, nervous. It was just a mistake. You made it worse than it had to be. Then came a call from Dad. I let it go to voicemail. You think the cops are going to fix this? You're destroying everything. You don't do this to your own people. That's when I texted back. One time, you drugged me. You tried to rob me. That's not family. That's a felony. Then, I blocked them all. Mom, Dad, Madison, group chats, emergency contacts, every number, clean slate. They didn't contest the charges. Not after the audio, not after the bank, timestamps lined up with every word. Not after Officer Green looked them dead in the eye and said, this isn't a misunderstanding. This is conspiracy and fraud. They took a deal. 1 year probation, community service, fines, no jail time. But a court order barred them from contacting me. It was anticlimactic, honestly. No screaming in court, no desperate apology, just signatures on a plea deal and eyes that refused to meet mine. I didn't cry. I didn't even feel angry anymore. Just done. Clean cut, no second guessing. After that, I changed everything. Phone number, emergency contacts. I froze my credit, rewrote my will, even set up a new bank account under a different trust name, something no one could trace back easily. And for the first time, I felt light. No more can you cover this semester. No more she's your sister. Just help her out. No more group texts, no more guilt, just silence. Sweet, heavy, blessed silence. A month passed, then two. Word got around. Families talk, cousins talk more. One of them, a distant cousin on my dad's side, sent me a DM on Instagram. Heard your parents sold the house. Rough stuff. Sorry it got messy. I didn't respond. But in that moment, I knew they were unraveling. Legal fees, debt, reputation, Madison's finance career gone. Her internship revoked, her LinkedIn wiped. I heard through a friend of a friend she started temp work at a logistics firm, then quit after 3 weeks. She vanished off socials, deleted everything. And then one afternoon, I saw her, by accident. I was at a grocery store across town, just grabbing pasta, some fruit almond milk, and there she was, hair tied back, beige vest, name tag, stacking paper towels on aisle 9. Our eyes didn't meet, or maybe they did, and she just looked through me like I was another customer asking for help with coupons. I didn't speak, didn't approach, didn't need to, because in that moment I realized I wasn't angry. I wasn't sad. I wasn't even smug. I was free. She couldn't take anything else from me. None of them could. And that felt like closure. It's strange how peace arrives. Not with fireworks, not with vindication, but with quiet mornings and groceries you paid for yourself. I stopped checking old voicemails, stopped rereading messages, stopped wondering if I should have handled it differently, because the truth, there was nothing left to fix. They had chosen who they were long before I chose who I'd become. I still live in the same apartment, still have the same ugly coffee table I bought used off Craigslist, but now, no texts asking for money, no phone calls guilt tripping me on holidays, no more obligations disguised as family, just me, and a kind of freedom I didn't know I was allowed to want. Mark never reached out again. I didn't expect him to. He played his part. He warned me when it counted. That was enough. I heard through a friend of a friend that he moved out of Madison's place 2 weeks after the fallout. No fights, no drama, just left. Sometimes silence is the answer. As for my parents, they disappeared from my world entirely. No more memes from dad, no backyard updates from mom, nothing from either of them, not even through extended family. Maybe they're still trying to rebuild. Maybe they're just pretending none of it happened. I don't care. Closure isn't always an apology. Sometimes it's just knowing, knowing who someone truly is and choosing yourself anyway. Last week I stood in front of my fridge. It was a dumb little moment, but it hit me. Every single thing inside I bought for me. No one else, every drink, every snack, every frozen pizza, all mine. It sounds small, but when you've lived your whole life giving up space, giving up pieces of yourself, that kind of control, it's everything. No more pretending, no more playing the quiet, selfless sister, no more being the responsible one at my own expense. I'm not angry anymore, just done. And for the first time ever, I don't miss them. I used to believe that being a good daughter meant sacrificing parts of myself, my time, my money, my peace. But when the people closest to you start treating your boundaries like inconveniences, that's not family, that's manipulation. I didn't walk away from them because I stopped loving them. I walked away because they stopped seeing me, stopped respecting me, stopped protecting me the way a real family should. Now I live quietly, I work, I sleep, I breathe, and not once do I have to flinch when my phone buzzes, because no one is trying to drain me anymore financially or emotionally. Sometimes the hardest thing you'll ever do is choose yourself. But I did, and I don't regret it. What would you do if your own family tried to drug you and steal from you, then called you the villain? Am I wrong for cutting them off completely? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and if this story hit close to home, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. You're not alone.